Hello, I'm Simulator Dirk, and welcome back to the Middle East.
Let's go.
Let's go, Skynet, she reckons, eh? Let's have a look outside before we let's go. So we're back in the Middle East. We've upgraded to the latest version of ProMods and also the latest version of the Middle Eastern map. And we've got a load of empty pallets. We're in Tripoli in Lebanon, and this is our Mercedes-Benz. It's been a few weeks since we've been in the Middle East, but we are here. Lights on for safety. And let's get in the cab. Remember, left-hand drive. It's been a while. And let's see if we can get a good start. So all I have done, I've gone to the ProMods website. I've downloaded the new versions of the Middle East map and also of the European map. There's a new version.
Turn left.
Thank you, Skynet. There's a new looking police car. There's a new version of Euro Truck Simulator out, 1.41.
At the roundabout, take the second exit.
Alright. Not that one.
Exit now.
Alright. It's been some weeks since we've been in the simulated Middle East. So it's good to be back. So just a short trip to start with. There's been some additions to the Middle East map. And there's been the start of an overhaul of the graphics of the map. We're coming up to another checkpoint. Now, a lot of these in Lebanon you actually don't have to stop at, but I roleplay that I do anyway. Haven't watched any other videos or anything like that to have a preview of any changes or anything like that, so I am just covering all this at the same time. So we're about to leave Lebanon. Checking your documents, please wait. So we're coming into Syria again. So we're coming into Syria. We've got 80 kilometers of distance, an hour of time remaining game time. Now also it's hard for me to judge any differences because it's been a few weeks since I've probably closer to a month or two before I've actually, that sign looks new, for instance. Yeah, it is a little bit hard. I am driving this for the first time with the new version.
Go straight on.
Thank you, Skynet. It does look like the surrounds are different in terms of how they look compared to previous episodes. And again, there's no obligation for me to actually stop. So fuel shouldn't be an issue, so I'm not going to worry. Fatigue won't be a problem. It's only a very short trip to get me back into the swing of things, to get me out of Tripoli, which is where I started. So the updates to Euro Truck Simulator, which is the base for this Middle East map, and also for Project Japan on the Japan Truck Simulator
At the roundabout,
playlist.
take the second exit.
Thank you, Skynet. So the new version of Euro Truck Sim 1.41.
Exit now.
Thank you, Skynet, which is what we're on now, isn't compatible with Project Japan currently, so I have to wait for Project Japan to be updated again. But I thought, let's go back to the
Go
Middle
straight
East.
on.
So I thought, let's go back to the Middle East.
At the roundabout, take the first exit. Exit now.
Apparently too, there's also been some new towns added. Which towns these are, I don't know yet because I haven't looked. Thursday morning, 10 past 10. We're expected to our destination just before 11 AM. So not a lot of driving to start with. border checkpoint. Oh, straight through the concrete. Well done, AI. Never seen that before. There's another one. Actually see when we drop this load off, should see if we can actually head. I'm just going to give that car a little bit of room. I'm actually going to see if we can get into Turkey when we drop this load off. Arrived at our destination, very close to our destination. Keep right.
At the roundabout, take the first exit. Exit now.
Thank you, Skynet. Oops. There's a plane that just went over our heads.
Finding a new route.
Hang on. Oh, I've gone into the hang on, I've gone into the garage, not the
Turn right.
Hang on, Skynet. Just getting my life back in order. My truck back in order. Thought I could take a shortcut possibly to get into the delivery location up here, but I can't.
Get ready to turn right.
Should I listen to the nav?
Turn right.
Beep beep. Oh, the gate's open. Awesome.
It was a nice ride.
Thank you, Skynet. Pleasure as always. At least you didn't do the finally, we're here. So we'll just go around the back. Finally, we're here. Excellent, 106 kilometers, 2 hours 40 of actual game time, and we are still on level 15 with my original profile. And let's go to our job market, and we'll go all the way over to the Middle East. Oh, we can go to Georgia. Okay, there we go. Okay, so Latvia, which is where we so that'll take us all the way over to Iceland. We don't want to do that. That'll take us down to Jordan. That'll take us on a ferry to Montenegro. That'll take us all the way down to the bottom through the West Bank, etc. That'll be an epic ride. All 65 hours of trip time. Wowee. Hang on, let's get over here. Cyprus, Sweden, Slovakia. That'll take us over towards the West Bank. We don't go to France. We don't want to go to Serbia. Czechoslovakia, it's known as the Czech Republic these days. Hungary, Cyprus, France, Poland, Italy and Lithuania, Serbia, oops, hang on. Alright, so another option. To Egypt. Alright, where else? We've been there. Alright, where did I say I wanted to go? We'll do that. We'll do 14 tons of salmon fillet. That will start from Cyprus and we'll work all of our way down through Israel, Jordan into Saudi Arabia. So let's do that. I was disappointed. I was so close to being able to go into Turkey and there's no jobs going that way. I don't know if that's the case in reality, but it is what it is. So Thursday morning, just after 11 a.m, we're expected the early hours of Friday morning, 16 hours of driving time. So my plan, and some of that will involve the ferry. So we'll say good morning.
Drive safe.
Always try to, Skynet. Always try to. So we're in our Volvo. And let's get in our truck. So my plan is basically to drive all day because I don't necessarily like driving at night. And or anything really, because
turn left.
Everybody around. Some night driving is okay, not necessarily in the Middle East.
At the roundabout, take the first exit.
Oh, I'm driving on the wrong side of the road. because I'm in Cyprus, I'm not in...
Exit now.
I'm not in somewhere like Israel or Lebanon or anything like that. They drive on the left apparently. There we go. Lucky there was no popo to...
Keep right, and then turn right. Turn right.
It's a big wide intersection, this one. So we've got about half a tank of fuel. Fatigue shouldn't be an issue this early. And my plan will basically be to drive for as long as I can before the sun goes down. And then rest up because we won't be able to do all of this. All these narrow entry and exit ramps. Oh, there we go. And I'm only driving us. Alright, let's have a look outside. Not even stuck that majorly. Now, in case you're new, I normally drive first person, but when we have a little issue like this, you don't need to see me try and get out of a situation. Spending half an hour to get unstuck. It must be one of the other ports in Cyprus where you just basically do a couple of turns and then you're on the ferry. Must have been that one.
Keep left, and then turn left. Turn left.
Turn left. This one's a little bit wider than the last one. Wider because we're going on to another motorway.
Keep left.
Keep left.
Go straight on.
Can I stop at the traffic light, Skynet? Is that alright? My English navigator Sky, that I call Skynet because she knows everything. She sees everything. Doesn't always get it right, but overall she's a good egg. Like setting me down very narrow streets, especially in Japan. Our ferry is awaiting us. So before we go on our ferry, looks like it's only going to be us. No, not vehicle adjustments. Actually, I didn't want it I didn't want to start on that. There we go. Well, that only looks like it's going to be me on the ferry. Where am I? There we go. There we go, just collecting some album art. Ka-ching! And let's get on the ferry. So Thursday afternoon, 1:20 as we get on. Okay, this is odd. Normally you just run over the little marker and it says, okay, we're good. There we go. Well, we've only got one way to go, and that's that way. So let's do it.
Recomputing.
So now it's Thursday night. It's 10:30 p.m. So we've got 6 hours. And next rest stop in 10 hours, so it's basically reset. basically reset our driving time because we've been on the ferry for 8-9 hours. So basically been in the ferry for 8 or 9 hours. So that's reset our fatigue meters. We come back into Israel. And must remember to drive on the right hand side of the road
Reroute.
now.
Turn left.
So my original plan was to
Turn right.
rest up, but considering that we're fully rested and we've only got 6 hours to go before our destination, let's do it. So we're expected just before 5 AM Friday, so our time has blown out a little bit. Still well within our window. 6 hours of driving time remaining. Did we turn our lights on? Yes, we have. Have we got our lights on? There we go. They're not very bright, but they're on. Now, I have been caught a few times for headlight offences in previous episodes in the Middle East, but it's usually the other way. Usually it's having them on during the daytime, not the other time around, not the other way around, or if they have had an objection, it's because it's still been daylight, but because it's past a certain time, it's like, no, you have to have your headlights on now. Hopefully there'll be just a lot of freeway driving. We're 90 kilometres away from Tel Aviv. So if we keep on going this way, we should hit Tel Aviv soon.
Keep left.
Now with the new version, and because I alternate between my European profile and my Japanese profile, I don't know if it's kept a track of what cities I've been to in the Middle East.
Keep left.
Keep left. I don't want to run up the backside of that caravan if I can help it. Tel Aviv. That just showcase to show you how fast we're going because time's sped up. You know, it's not a one-to-one scale.
Keep right.
Keep right, rightio. So we're no longer heading towards Tel Aviv. Trailer damage 1%, crash vehicle offence. So There must be a vehicle beside me, is there?
Keep right.
Keep right, rightio. Half a tank of fuel, so I should make it. So we're 64 kilometers away from Ashdod, if that's the direction that
Keep
we're
left.
heading. Jerusalem. Oh, still have troubles with that. Jerusalem. As well.
Keep left.
So we're heading towards Holy City, are we? Looks that way. Nothing over there. Probably didn't even do that lane change. Heading towards Ashdod and Holy City.
Keep left.
Keep left, thank you Skynet.
Keep left.
Keep left. Oh, well, we're not heading towards Holy City at all in the end. I see red and blue flashing lights. Oh, they've got somebody pulled over who isn't me. It'd be interesting if, and I know I've said this before, it'd be interesting if the place could actually pull you over. Or me, as the case may be.
Keep left.
So for anyone who is new, this map is using Euro Truck Simulator as the base. Then there's a series of mods from ProMods.net which you can download that will give you access to a lot more countries across Europe and yes, even to the Middle East where we are now. What are we waiting on? Are we just... We're waiting to see who wants to go first. Beep beep. Oh, that's a pissy horn. Oh, we've got a broken down truck ahead, have we? Not sure if broken down or just a Mexican standoff for who wants to go first through the as cars are trying to come onto the as cars are going to come onto the motorway. Often happens in Euro Truck. still 4 hours of actual driving time remaining. So with the ProMods mods, map mods, there's a lot of different countries that you can visit, apart from the ones that are offered as part of the Euro Truck downloadable contents DLC. However, with maybe one exception, ProMods requires all of the assets of the different DLCs, different map DLCs. So it's not as if you've only got the base Euro Truck to start with. You have had to spend some money getting the additional maps, and these map mods basically extend.
Keep right.
Thank you, Skynet. Basically just extend keep right. I did.
Never mind. I'll find a new route.
Hey, Skynet, you said to keep right. I kept right. Maybe you're the one that's a bit lost. Well, she hasn't said recomputing, so...
Keep left and then turn left.
I don't think I've ever been to Beersheba before.
Turn left.
I gotta wait for the light now. Oh, we get flashing yellow, so I think that means we can go. Guess we'll find out in a sec. Oh, didn't say you went for a red light, so...
Get ready to turn left. Turn left.
Oh, now we're going remote. There's no street lights. 3 hours of driving. $33 mains to Dwayna, I think. My Middle Eastern geography and knowledge of what's going on in the Middle East has certainly improved since I've been producing this series. Now, Fatigo meter is starting to climb. We're starting to get into the blue section now of the Fatigo meter on the heads-up display. That's a little bed symbol that's now lit up in blue. Able to make my destination in the window before the bed there next to the fuel gauge turns red rather than blue. Certainly better during the day and to see the scenery. Diamona discovered. Oh, I haven't been at Diamona. Maybe it's one of the new cities. I don't know, but I don't remember it. Whee! Jeez, we got out of control quickly there. The curves are a bit tighter than I gave them credit for. You know, we're not on a major freeway now. And they're still an 80km/h speed limit somehow, which I think is the default for trucks that are not in a built-up area.
To turn right.
2.5 hours of game time remaining.
Turn right.
Turn right. Elliot, which I've been to before. Let's go. Remaining. Under 2 hours in game time to go now. 117 kilometres. So we'd be averaging about 60 kilometres an hour, roughly. We're still looking okay for fuel. If there was a little bit more time remaining, you know, you might consider getting some fuel out here because there's not many fuel stations. But considering we've only got under 2 hours of driving time now,
go straight on.
Straight on. Thank you, Skynet. Even though I spent 8 hours on the ferry before, we hadn't driven much. So in reality, you're probably not tired. Well over 12 hours since we left
go straight on.
Our origin in Cyprus. Kilometres to Elliot. Really this time in the morning that you'd start to feel it. I was very surprised that I was able to basically leave the ferry terminal, and that would start my fatigometer again. Because even though you're on a ferry and you're not doing anything, you still are travelling.
Keep left and then turn left. Turn left.
So we're heading to another border crossing. If this is your first episode of Simulator Middle East Truck Simulator, there are other episodes that you can go back and watch as well, previous episodes. There'll be a whole heap of episodes recorded in this batch as well, which will cover some of the same territory with an updated map. So we're about to leave Israel. So Friday, 4:40 AM. Checking our documents. Everything is in order as we leave Israel. Now from memory we're heading into Jordan. It's a very slow section in this no man's land in between. I suppose you'd call it a neutral zone if you didn't want to call it no man's land. Neutral territory. We are coming into Jordan. Now, I haven't come across a border yet where they say, oh no, we have some problems with your documents. Sir, could you please get out of the truck? So it took us 8 minutes of game time to actually cross the border. And you can get done for speeding in these little zones either side of the border. In case there's police cars there, you can get caught for speeding. And we're now about 40 minutes away from our destination in Jordan.
Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
I love these signs that the sign just says to Israel. Well, as an Australian, you don't get many signs that just say to Australia. Although having seen on TV, of course, because you can't really get there unless you're actually going there, during the global pandemic that is still going on at the time of recording, August 2021. The borders between Australian states have basically come like international borders, so to speak. You know, once upon a time you could just go straight through. We are heading to the Saudi border. You used to be able to go through, you know, prior to February, March. Yeah, it would have been February 2020. But there's been a whole heap of restrictions since. Sometimes they're open, sometimes they're not. Depends where you're going from and to, what's going on at the moment. And of course, the ironic thing is, I like, you know, borders, state borders, international borders, wherever, And because of what's going on, you can't necessarily go there just because you want to see what's going on. So yeah, for me to see signs that say to Israel, to Jordan, to Syria, you know, that sort of thing. I haven't travelled in this Middle Eastern area. The closest I've been to the Middle East, which is a totally different type of Middle Eastern experience to this one, is to the United Arab Emirates, UAE, to Abu Dhabi. I spent a couple of weeks there. Oh, no, it would have been about a week. I spent a week there in one direction transiting, and I spent about a day on the way back. So we are heading to the Saudi border, I think. Or very close to it.
Take the first exit.
Okay, first exit. So we go straight ahead, says me Skynet. Truck's going. I'll use this opportunity. Yep, we are heading to the Saudi border. We're 15 minutes away in game time as we're approaching the Saudi border. I'm pretty sure I've been to this section before. The sun's just starting to rise. Our fatigue meter is still in the blue. Still got lots of fuel. Documents. I'm sure that these borders look a lot nicer than they are in real life, and they take a lot less time to get through than real life, especially if you're in a truck. You know, it's like what country's talking to what country, you know, which borders closed, which borders are open, can you go through these borders at night time? Saudi Arabia. I want to drive a little box truck like that. Checking documents, please wait. Have a nice day. Thank you. Bother to fill up with fuel because I'm only basically around the corner.
Get ready to turn right.
Get ready to turn right. Thank you, Skynet.
Turn right. Turn right.
Turn right into the Arabian Foods.
Finally, we are here.
Finally, we're here. Yeah, I think we earned that one, Skynet. $469 kilometers. Nice. Nearly 19 hours in actual travel time. 18 hours, 44 minutes. And we arrived on time excellently. Our salmon fillet was delivered nicely. Anywho, I've been Simulator Dirk. You've been wonderful. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye for now.